Reflections on Lesson 31. I am not a victim of the world I see. This says today's idea is an introduction to your declaration of release. So this is Independence Day, a day of freedom from the thought that I am a victim. I've been studying this course for 10 years, and this is still a big one for me. I like the way it talks about this idea being a twofold release. It applies to both the world I see without and the world I see within. It says, you will escape from both worlds, because the inner is the cause of the outer. That's so true. I can see that now. The inner is the cause of the outer. I remember that more and more often, and I come back to it more quickly every time I forget it. This is seeing myself as a victim. This seeing myself as a victim is an old thought pattern coming from my old belief system, my BS. It's wrong-mindedness. It's a bad habit, and I want to stop it because it does stand in the way of my freedom, my release, my happiness, and my growth. The practice period has me going inside and watching my thoughts this morning, just letting them pass by, not holding on to any of them or giving any of them any special attention or importance, just letting myself be the watcher. Saying about each thing that comes to mind, I am not a victim of the world I see. I'm not a victim of anyone else's behavior or poor choices. I'm not a victim of my childhood or my genetics or any illness. I'm not a victim of a difficult situation, a victim of addiction or shyness. I'm not a victim of guilt and shame. I'm not a victim of someone else's resentment or of my own unforgiveness. I am not a victim of lack, a lack of time, a lack of finances, a lack of patience, a lack of confidence, a lack of the ability to make a decision. I'm not the victim of any limiting belief about myself or anyone else. I want to stop saying I can't help it. That's just the way I am. Because who I am, who I think I am, has changed. My false identity, which included being a victim, is fading away. And my true identity is coming into view. God is in my mind. That was covered in the last couple of lessons. And if I think I'm a victim, I must have forgotten that. I must have forgotten who I truly am. My mind must be clouded with the illusion of being a victim of the world I see. Here's my song today. Hang on. I am not a victim of the world I see. I am a minister of God. I am not a victim of the world I see. I am a minister of love. I'm not a victim of my childhood, not a victim of disease, not a victim of this shame and guilt that drag me to my knees, not a victim of resentment, not a victim of this war, not a victim of insisting that I know what this is for. I am not a victim of the world I see. I am a minister of God. I am not a victim victim of the world I see. I am a minister of love. I am